It's really simple to set up your 360 virtual tour on Inventory Hive. Up in the top left corner here, I'm just going to hit on the plus icon and then it will take me into the setup screen. So in here, you've got a few options, but the first thing I'd like to note is that if you're in a rush or you want to set things up really simply and quickly, the only field that you need to do is give it a private tour name. Now, on the left-hand side, if I just cancel out there and go back again, you'll see that there's a little orange bold line to the left. Now that indicates that this is a mandatory field, so this is something that you have to complete. But all the other fields are totally optional. So if you want to set your tour up really quickly, you don't have to use those fields. They're just there for your reference point. So if I go in here and just call this a tour example, and then I could give it a public tour name. So the public tour name is the name that the viewer of the tour can see at the top. It's just the title of the tour when they're viewing it on their smartphone or computer or tablet. The reference would be your internal reference. And again, there's little tooltips against these fields as well. So if you click on them, it will indicate a brief explanation. So one of the things that's important though when you are setting up your tour is that you can set up or assign it to a branch inside Inventory Hive. So a good example of this is I could be an inventory clerk and I could be working for 3 or 4 different letting agencies. I can set them up as branches and that will then indicate the branding on the final virtual tour. So it will show, if I'm working with Joe Bloggs Lettings, it will show their logo up in the top left corner of the tour. So you just simply choose where you want to assign it to. You can even assign the report to a specific user if you want to, but you don't have to. You can keep that unassigned. So as I say, it's dead simple to set up the tour. You don't have to jump through lots of hoops. What I'm going to show you here as well, though, is I've got an option on here for a tour list photo as well. Now, again, this is totally optional. You don't have to put a tour photo on there, but I'm just going to show you what that refers to. So here we have a couple of examples. So this one here, this is a virtual tour I made earlier, and you can see there's an exterior photo assigned to that. And that is literally there for the time being. This is just here so you can have a quick glance at your list of tours and see what property it relates to. Now, if you choose not to add an exterior image when you're setting up your tour, it will use the set position from your first 360 photo. So it will do that by default. So in the 2 examples I've got here, I've got a couple of exterior photos that have been added. Now in this particular one here, I chose not to upload an exterior photo, but it just used the set position for my first 360 image when I add it in. You don't have to do anything special to do that either. It will just do that by default for you. So just to summarize, you can access the setup screen for a tour you've already created by going in and choosing Edit Tour and then going to Tour Settings, and then from here you can go in and tweak those things. So as I say, if you're setting a tour up and you want to do it quickly because you may be pushed for time, that's absolutely fine. All you need to do is give it a private tour name and then hit save and next, and your tour is ready for you to then start to create all the details on. So here we have from here, and hence we have other demo videos that show you around each of these screens as well. So as you're working through, you can always hit play if you're not entirely sure on the screen that you're on.